Let's play a quick round of Do You Reckon That's Real? I'll get us started. Loch Ness Monster. Nah, I'm not really going for that one. What about Bigfoot? No, I don't think so. Eskimos. Plausible. Not sure if anyone's ever seen one, but okay, what about this one? The Lithgow Panther. Now we're talking. So there's been sightings of this elusive predatory cat in the areas a couple of hundred k's west of Sydney, well, for decades now. These days, it's all over the internet. And as everybody knows, if something's online, well, it must be true, right? Now we figured if we were going to explore deep into the inhospitable heartland of the Blue Mountains in search of this elusive predatory cat, well, we couldn't just do it in any Boggo SUV. We needed, and I quote, the world's most capable off-road 4x4, the fourth generation Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Just because you're in the world's most capable off-road 4x4, it doesn't mean you're expected to live like a caveman. Wrangler Rubicon actually comes with a decent level of comfort and convenience stuff. You've got heated steering wheel, heated front seats, up-to-date multimedia system with touchscreen, navigation, and the interior is finished with this really nicely sort of purposeful aesthetic. You've got rubber mounted knobs and fascias attached with Allen heads. It's a sort of vehicle that knows exactly what it is, and it kind of celebrates that fact. But enough of that stuff. Buying a Rubicon and not punishing the thing off-road is a bit like buying the world's loudest electric guitar and never plugging it in. So let's get its boots dirty and see if we can find ourselves a Panther. Come on, push, push. Push, push. So I did come kind of prepared. This is a trail camera, which is triggered by a motion sensor. So I'm going to attach this to a tree out there in the morning, see if I can get myself some Panther proof. So day two, the trail camera was a bit of a bust, but undeterred. We're pushing on, make our way down somewhere around the banks of Lake Lyell. He's got to be out here. If you spring for the Rubicon model over the regular Wrangler, you're basically buying yourself off-road bragging rights. You get a bunch of systems and hardware intended to take you where other vehicles often can't go. We're talking about stuff like differential locks, both front and rear, beefier axles. And you even get a button down here which allows you to disconnect the front anti-roll bar for greater axle articulation. And doesn't everybody love an articulate axle? And you also get these rubberized control knobs able to be worked with gloves on for when you're really feeling that winter manliness. In the off-road pages of the multimedia screen, you've got drivetrain, which basically shows you torque apportioning front and rear, what the transfer case is doing, that kind of stuff in terms of selecting of low range and your crawl ratio. You've also got handy little gauges which show the pitch and roll of the vehicle. Basically, if the line gets down into that orange zone, well, it's possible you're about to end up on your roof. Anyway, cleverly set up, all for the hardcore off-roader. As a wise philosopher may have once said, with great off-road ability comes on-road compromise. And so it is in the Wrangler Rubicon. It's built for crawling over rocks and taking you into places you would otherwise never get to. The downside to that, I guess, is a degree of compromise on road. But to focus, I guess, too much on that stuff is to miss how it makes you feel. You get behind the wheel of this thing and I feel kind of manly and capable. I feel like I could grow a legit beard or wrestle a steer or something. It's just that thing that it gives you about being able to take you pretty much anywhere. Well, in this game of big cat hide and seek, I've got to say it's currently 1-0 to the Lithgow Panther. But in the plausibility stakes, I'm still rating his existence as comfortably higher than that Loch Ness monster.